Hello, everybody. Ryan Carpenter here with No BS Golf, presented to you by P45 Knuckle Down Golf. Here we go. It's Friday. It's time to unleash, right? The weekend warriors, as we like to call them. Here we go. It's your time to shine. It's kind of interesting, though, however, in the teaching side of things, my weekend warriors are the guys working towards the future. Instead of this weekend play, may not even play this weekend, to be honest. We're working towards the future, and not just that, a different future. The Warriors that are looking to find major changes in their game. That's right. Let's drop 10 strokes. Let's drop 20. Let's drop 30. Let's drop 40. I know people like 40. How's that possible? Listen, there are folks that go and play golf at a different place than you do, and they're just flat out not very good. They have fun. They play with friends that are not very good, and they're shooting we're talking, 125 shots around, 130. So have I had a lot of players come along the way and drop 40 shots from their index? Darn tootin' I have. Yeah, because they started out really high, or a beginner. If you took a beginner out and put them on a regular length course, made them play by the rules 100%, 130, geez, it might be 150. So, yeah, it's easy to drop 40 strokes, folks, when you're that high. It's hard to drop 40 strokes if you're shooting 100, because now we're talking 60. Well, yeah, that's not an easy feat. But the point is, we're working on major change, eye-popping capabilities, something where these players go and they play with their group this year. They disappear for a while. They show up next spring, join their group. All of a sudden on the range that morning, friends are like, what? How'd John learn to do that? Johnny never hit a golf ball like that before. Johnny never hit a ball even remotely close to that before. Like, what just went down? And that's what we're talking about. Yeah, that's right. Something totally different. So that's what we're working on today. Just wanted to touch on some things. Not a lot going on. We got the Memorial rolling away, so it's going. I don't know. It kind of feels like, I don't know, I guess what it should feel like for the most part. All the guys we expect. If you ever look at the old odds boards, coming into these things, all the guys that are below, double digit. Let's see here if I can get this thing pulled up here. The plus 9s and the 8s and the 6s and the 4s, the Scotties, the Scheffler. So, plus 185, plus 55. So basically that means if you put $1 down, you ain't getting nothing for it. So that's what that basically means. But a lot of those guys are up the top, about where we thought they would be for the most part. Rory's probably the only one that's kind of lagging behind, but he's still plus 11. So, the only one sitting in the mix is Connors at plus 20 and Bhatia at plus 66. I guess you could say Billy Ho at plus 50 and Seamus Power. Not as much in the mix as what we thought. So, anyhow, that's kind of, they're kind of doing what they're doing. Does Scotty walk away with this thing like we assume? Oh, it's very likely, and that's what the numbers suggested. So, we'll see. Friday will play out. We'll move on to the weekend and go from there. Liv starts. I'll tell you a little story about Liv real quick. I had somebody that lives in the area happen to chime in, not even a golf fan at all, but they just say, kind of weird here today, yesterday and today. A lot of the local, whether it be TV station or radio, whatever, a lot of little buzz here and there, nothing major, but he said, it's interesting with this live event thing going on. It kicks off today. He said, it's kind of interesting. It feels like almost like a big act is coming to town for concert wise. So if you had like a Michael Jackson or I don't know who the current Michael Jackson would be. I don't keep up with pop music. Couldn't tell you. Anyhow, but something like that, some major big act, the random ones that show up here and there, from time to time. He said it feels like that. It sounds like that. It has that same kind of. There's just something different going on down and around here. So that's interesting because all I know is this: they still got players that I like watching hit a golf ball, and watch them choose what to do and how to navigate a course. So regardless of what all the variables and things you can talk about with all this stuff, whatever, I do know this: there's a lot of players I like to watch play, and I especially like to watch those players play in the majors, and that's more important than anything to me, hands down. So it'll be interesting to tune in, see how this Houston thing goes, and it's their warm-up event leading into the U.S. Open next week for the fellas that made it. It's sad that there aren't going to be some players there. I guess the USGA just decided they weren't going to follow suit with the PGA. So, it just goes to show that these groups are all kind of in it for their own reasons, and I'll leave it at that. They're all making their own choices, and I don't think they're all making the best choices, but, it is what it is. You got to fight for your own little part of the world, I guess. All right, so on to the golf stuff. Not a lot. Typical things I'm seeing, and these, I bring these up because I want to make sure people understand, okay, there's this one thumb thingy, and then there's this credit card thingy, and then there's this, come in here to impact thingy and pull up thingy. And so it's like, okay, if you took a very good golf swing, so from start to finish, setup's pretty good, takeaway's pretty solid, getting back in position pretty good, coming down pretty decent, maybe from there it gets a little wishy-washy, right? Well, if you take the thumb trick, the credit card trick, and the pull up after the right thigh trick thingy that seen out there on the postings, then in theory that should work. And that's the problem. That's in theory. Now, if you take a bad hand placement player, terrible setup position, no posture, whatever, big old weird kind of wrapping around the body thingy from the top, throw club over the top, coming out and steep it. None of the crap that's being said on these YouTubes and these internet craps is going to work, because the players are not holding the club, first of all, no sense of understanding of swing back whatsoever and getting into position, absolutely no approach on the downswing that's ever going to work. And so they're claiming, oh, wow, watch this, watch, amazing, wow. It's BS. And they know it, and that's what makes them more sad about it. But it's for clicks. It's for information. It's for monetization, money. I don't make any money for posting nothing right now. There ain't a single person in the golf world that looks at my channel or my Twitter or gives a nothing. And that's fine. I don't care. It's not why I do it. And so those are for clicks, because you are going to click. You're going to watch it. You're going to try to figure out why that works so well for that guy. Well, he's already good at it. If you don't know what's going on in your golf swing prior to this thumb thingy and this little credit card thingy and this little flicky pull up round thingy, if you don't know what's going on, and if you're not in positions to make these little simple fixes work, they're not going to work. Here's the worst part. It might actually make you get worse, unfortunately. For some people, it can get worse versus better. So instead of all that and hoping that some silly video-y thingy is going to somehow magically fix you and work, which it's just not. Sorry. You got to figure out the whole thing, folks. You got to understand your needs, your individual needs versus all this other stuff. So take the evaluation lesson. You gotta have time. Tell me what's going on. Let's look at the whole picture. Great. Now we can see what's really going on. What do you want to be able to achieve? Okay, now we can connect the dots to that. And now we have a plan in place. What can we realistically do with your golf swing? Not the clicky bait, blah, 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 blah stuff. And then go from there and decide which way do you want to go with this? How good do you want this to be? Where do we need to be in order to make those things work? At some point, then the clicky bait stuff might work, then the credit card thingy, and then there is valued understanding in what they're trying to deliver as a message, but it won't work for all the golf swings out there is the problem. And so it's not that they're lying. They're not lying. Those things can work. They're just not going to work for everybody. Not everybody is going to be in a position to apply what the fella is talking about on the old YouTube, Twitter machine, whatever it is you get your information from. Which always reminds me, be careful where you get your information, folks. It's important to know. And it's important to know if it applies to you. So we're going to find out today. We got evaluation lesson this morning going on. We got some planning going on for a big event coming up. We got a social hour. It's going to be one free drink per participant at www.thegolfpub.com. That's my home site now. That's who I partnered with. They have the facility, not just for me to conduct business and develop and shape players' games for the future. But you know what? They got a heck of a great fun place to go enjoy some time, whether it's nighttime, rainy, cold, hot. Bugs got reared up yesterday. I can tell you that right now. Man, no thanks. Escape all that. Go down to the pub, sign up, play some golf. Oh, by the way, play any golf course you want to. You don't want to play the local stuff you've been playing all the time? No problem. Go play a different golf course. So I get it. It's different. Of course it is. It's different on purpose. That's not a reason not to do it. Go enjoy the difference. Go enjoy the time. Take some people that don't know how to play. It's more fun playing into a screen than a real course when you don't know what you're doing. Trust me. It's just a heck of a lot easier. Plus, there's other things you can do. You can do even little like challenges like Operation 36 there. So it's a fun environment. Anyways, I'll be there this morning early before the business happens with the entertainment side of the thing. Teach us some golf, which is what it's all about. So we're going to get there. Here's what's important. If you could please smash the like button, smash the thumb that it says hi, thumbs up, or it says thumb. Please give me a thumbs up. I would appreciate it. And so that's the like. Smash the like, subscribe because the subscriber numbers matter, and share. Maybe somebody else might want to hear a few of the things I have to say from time to time. And if they don't, that's fine. And if they do, that's great. Please come back to the comments section, however. Tell me what you want to hear. Tell me what you want to talk about. Unless we got some big, things brewing or here and there and around, which, I would say, pardon me, today is kind of a quieter day. I mean, there was some equipment chatter, these new Titleist drivers and JT, I guess, new prototype putter. I don't know. None of that really interests me that much because it's not significant. So, clickbait. But anyhow, leave me in the comments section. What do you want to talk about? What do you want to hear? What do you want to know? What do you want to learn? What do you want to? I'll give you all the information you want. I can't guarantee it's going to actually help you because you may not develop it and you may not understand how to apply it. I'll tell you everything you want to know, though. That's no problem. That's what's nice about this medium. We can tell you what you want to know. Just may not be able to teach you via this medium. That's a whole different ballgame. FaceTime, InBay, whatever. So do all those things, please. As always, if you don't want to do YouTube commenting, come to Twitter. If you don't want to do that, come to email. Twitter at P45KDG. That's right, on the old Twitter machine. And sorry, you're never going to get me converted. You're lucky I'm on Twitter, first of all, but calling it X, nah, I ain't doing no X nothing. And anyhow, email P45 knuckle down golf at gmail.com. Hit me up. Let me know what you want to talk about. Where should we go with this, folks? It is the weekend. Enjoy your game. Enjoy your golf. You know what? If you get to the end of the weekend and you're like, man, another round and another fourth place out of my group and I'm handing over $5 every weekend and the ball still did this, and I still lost this many. And man, that chip shot, boy, that skull one, and then that pitch, and then that, whatever it is, bring that laundry list to me. Let's talk about it. Let's figure it out. You can't do nothing about it if you don't know what is exactly going on. And that's where the evaluation lesson comes into play. Oh, by the way, as an introductory, not only for myself, but for the www.golfball.com, evaluations are free, folks. It's a win-win. I get to come talk about golf, help you understand your game. You get the information you need to then make a decision. Do you want to improve your game? So go out there, Weekend Warriors, unleash Weekend Warriors golfing. Yeah, I know. You all get excited. That's good. I like that excitement. Great. Go out and enjoy it. Have fun. But come back. And by Monday, have a decision. Do you want to get better at golf? It's that simple. If you do, sign up. It's free. It's a no-brainer. So that's about all I got to say for today, folks. Enjoy the weekend. As always, Ryan Carpenter, No BS Golf, presented by P45 Knuckle Down Golf. Take care, folks.